Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Rita's Book Club. On this episode, I'm reviewing It's in His Kiss by Julia Quinn. This is the seventh book of the Bridgerton series, and I've been obsessed with Hyacinth since the beginning of the series. I really love her and her wittiness, so I was very excited to read her own love story. Gareth's son Claire is in a bind. His father, who detests him, is determined to beggar the St. Clair estates and ruin his inheritance. Gareth's sole bequest is an old family diary, which may or may not contain the secrets of his past and the key to his future. The problem is, it's written in Italian, of which Gareth speaks not a word. All the town agreed. There was no one quite like Hyacinth Bridgerton. She's fiendishly smart, devilishly outspoken, and according to Gareth, probably best in small doses. But there's something about her, something charming and vexing that grabs him and won't quite let go. And then Gareth and Hyacinth's paths cross at the annually discordant Smythe-Smith musicale. To Hyacinth, Gareth's every word seems there, and she offers to translate his diary, even though her Italian is slightly less than perfect. But as they delve into the mysterious text, they discover that the answers they seek lie not in the diary, but in each other, and that there is nothing as simple or as complicated as a single perfect kiss. I was so excited to start reading this book, and it was so good. I really loved Hyacinth, and her personality perfectly matched Gareth's. I truly believe that this is one of those couples in this series that completely work from start to finish. Their banter was so delicious, and their honest conversations were a perfect balance for them. Being the youngest, I believe Hyacinth was able to develop a wittier personality, and I loved how she wasn't afraid to speak her mind. Her mother was truly vexed with her sometimes, and Anthony was ready to marry her off, but she was such a sweetheart and so damn smart. She was very independent, and I loved that about her. It really made her such an interesting character, not very one-dimensional. And Gareth was really her perfect match. He was described as a bachelor that wasn't looking for a marriage, and he had big daddy issues. But he was so dedicated to his grandmother, Lady Danbury, and his brother. It was heartbreaking to see him deal with his brother's death, but also in a way, it was a way to make him grow up in a lot of ways, to step up against his father and to defend himself. His devotion to Hyacinth was amazing, and I loved how they were able to establish an easy banter mixed into a solid friendship. The chemistry and attraction was all there. They were so pulled into each other, and it was so lovely to see them being so tentative towards each other in the beginning and then just saying fuck it. I also really need to give a huge shout out to Lady Danbury. She was really trying to match these two together, and I really loved how she was so devoted to her grandson. He was clearly her favorite, but also her relationship with Hyacinth was so brilliant. They were such good friends, and it was so cute to see them talking and reading books together. That really owned my heart. And also big kudos to Julia for being able to develop the mystery of the jewelry and Gareth's Italian grandmother diary. This plot didn't take away from their love story, but it was a great way to introduce the idea of them together. It was fun and adventurous, which are two things that really characterize these two. Also, I loved Hyacinth's enthusiasm with it all, and how she never actually gave up on finding those jewels. She was very stubborn indeed. Also, it was so amazing to see all the family back again. I loved how Anthony and Gregory took the role of being very protective towards their sister, especially Gregory. His scenes trying to scare Gareth were so hilarious that I found myself laughing out loud so many times. And his provocations towards his sister were an amazing way to portray their brother-sister love. I'm already reading the next book, although I've been way to the winding, and I gotta say, then I'm very invested in Gregory's story. I'm liking the misdirect of the book. As always, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter as Book Club for more content. Thanks for watching and see you next week. Happy readings.